right time. 2-1 under a bit of pressure. He wasn't. Cool as a cucumber. Brilliant goal. Picks it up halfway inside his own half. There's the pace. There's the skill. And after that, well, there was only one result. And he got it. Allburn. Nifty footwork from the centre half. Oh, that's brilliant skill from Ferris. It's not away yet. McMahon lays it back. Kennedy. Ferris! And the flag stayed down. But Jeff Ferris just couldn't finish. McMahon picks it up here. Laid it back. The shot from Kennedy. And there was Ferris just over. Can McMahon get in there? He's very cool in these situations. Kennedy! Goal kick given. Glenavon, I have to say, I thought it was good defending in the end. The Glenavon players thought it was a corner kick. There's the skill of McMahon. Looked for Kennedy, and McConkey, he did well. Ian Hamilton has it. Gilmer. Hagan. The referee about to blow. That is the final act in the semi-final. There's Fintan McConville, the man who got the first 2 goals for Glenavon. Raymond McCoy, great night for him. He got the 3rd. In between, Robert Craig got United's goal to bring it back to 2-1. But then came that killer goal from that man there. And he was surely the man of the match, Raymond McCoy. Final scoreline then in the semi-final at Windsor Park. Glenavon 3, Ballymena United 1.
Well, with me now I have Raymond McCoy, the scorer of that 3rd Glenavon goal, and the Glenavon manager, Alan Fraser. Alan, I would suggest you must be fairly happy at the moment.
Very pleased, Jack, for the team and the club overall. It's nice to be in an Irish Cup final, and certainly I think over tonight's performance we thoroughly deserved the victory.
2-0 up at half-time. United got that goal back. How were you feeling then?
We lost our shape in the second half for a spell, and Ballymena certainly threw everything at us, and probably were unfortunate not to get an equaliser. But I think, over the 90 minutes, we thoroughly deserved the victory.
And this fella stepped up with a tremendous 3rd goal.
Indeed, Raymond had a superb night, and certainly tonight he proved his worth to Glenavon and put on a performance which I'm sure everyone enjoyed.
Raymond, you must have enjoyed that goal.
I did very much, Jack. I can't really mind much about it, but I'll be watching the replays tonight.
What about the game overall?
Overall, I thought we had most of the possession and most of the play, and we thoroughly deserved the win. For a wee 20-minute spell, Ballymena crept into it, and maybe could have crept an equaliser, you know, but we plugged away and got in there.
Tomorrow's semi-final, Linfield against Crusaders. Who would you fancy in the final?
I don't really mind who we get. We're there, and that's all that matters.
Sure you'd like to meet Linfield, Alan?
Very much so, Jack. But I'd just like to say a special word, and I think this performance tonight was for Steve McBride, Glenn Ferguson and young Desi McCann, who may be forgotten in some form, but certainly Stephen and Glenn very much owe this in tonight.
Nice thought. Well done, gentlemen. Many congratulations.
Last night, Glenavon beat Ballymena by 3-1 at Windsor Park. Fintan McConville scored twice for Glenavon in the first half. Robert Craig made it 2-1 in the 58th minute, but with 14 minutes to go, Ray McCoy scored the decisive 3rd. Manager Alan Fraser wanted a win for his injured triumvirate of McBride, Ferguson and McCann.
I mentioned this in our team talk that we had 3 players, incidentally, young Desi McCann, who's a forgotten hero at Glenavon, and the players certainly went out tonight to try and do it for the boys who have severe injuries.
Now, when you're 2 up at half-time, that can be a difficult score in cup football. What did you say to the team at half-time?
We always knew that Ballymena would come out and throw everything at us, and in which they did. For 20 minutes we had a rough time, and Ballymena were unfortunate, I must say, not to get an equaliser. But I mean, this is cup football, and we killed them off with the 3rd goal.
Glenn Hunter. McKeown claims it, or has he? Baxter! It's in the net! Bailey, Beattie, Curry, he could be in here, and he is!
Raymond McCoy has been named Best Personality of the semi-final for a performance against Ballymena, topped by a superb individual goal.
Well, I've watched it a few times, and the more I watch it, the more I enjoy it, you know, but it just came at a crucial time for us, and Ballymena was creeping back into the game, and it sort of killed the game off.
Best goal you've ever scored, is it?
Yeah, it'd be one of the best, yeah.
And through to the final of the Cup, which, considering all the problems you've had with the two major injuries this year, you must be delighted with that.
Oh, we're delighted to get to the final again. It's, you know, we'll look back, and if we don't win the Cup, you know, that goal will count for nothing. You know, we've got there now, we've got the hard work to do, and it's all ahead of us.
And a good goal from you, Ray, as well, against Linfield in the league. That helped towards that 2-1 win. How significant do you think that is as a rehearsal for the Cup?
I don't think that'll really matter. You know, it was a good result for us and a good boost with the Cup final looming, but Cup finals are all about what happens on the day, and we'll just have to go out and do the same thing again.
Bailey, Beattie, Curry, he could be in here, and he is! In their semi-final, Glenavon beat Ballymena, the goal of the season helping to see them through. McCoy, chance for Glenavon now. Ferris is forward, still McCoy, going it alone, and that's brilliant! It was, and a goal good enough to make McCoy the personality of the semi-finals. 2 weeks ago, he produced another gem in a league game, the Cup final rehearsal against Linfield at Mourneview Park. Then, a cheeky piece of skill from teenage starlet Gerard McMahon helped Glenavon to a 2-1 win, but they're not getting carried away with that.
I don't think that'll really matter. You know, it was a good result for us and a good boost with the Cup final looming, but Cup finals are all about what happens on the day.
They haven't been beaten quite a while, except for ourselves, beating them at Mourneview Park, so psychologically we have the beating of them. The lads are confident if they can play well on the day, which is the big question everybody asks on Cup final day. But if we can put our game right and play the way we can play it, I think everybody's confident enough.
Jackie Fullerton reporting there, and you can see highlights of tomorrow's Irish Cup final at 10 to 11 tomorrow night on BBC One.
It's 31 years since Glenavon won the Cup, and ironically they did it by beating Linfield. Now they feel it's time to exorcise the ghost of '61.
We've always been pipped. Ballymena beat Glenavon in '81. Ourselves were beaten 1-0 in '88. Portadown beat us by the odd goal, so hopefully we can change it and lift one of the big ones for a change.
Glenavon have played some of their best football in recent years in the Irish Cup. 3 finals in the last 5 years, proof of that. But this was perhaps their best single display in that time. The crushing 4-0 win against Glentoran showed Glenavon at their peak.
Yeah, certainly. It's always nice to beat any team, but especially when you're beating Glentoran in the Bass Irish Cup, which they have a great record in. So they're league champions, and we've proved that we can beat them on a couple of times this season, so hopefully that augurs well maybe for next.
Linfield also thirst for an Irish Cup success. It's exactly 10 years since they lifted the trophy. The Blues beat Coleraine by 2-1 in the final at the Oval, and the pressure is on manager Eric Boyer to bring the Cup back to the Windsor boardroom.
Well, I think Linfield are used to success, and to win it so seldom in the last 10-15 years is when you say acceptable. This game's not about getting what you want all the time, but it certainly doesn't come in line with the normal standards that we would have.
So will it be Linfield or Glenavon who will lift the Cup come 5:15 tomorrow? Let's hear from the two managers who actually played together for Linfield in 3 finals, losing the lot.
Linfield have come on well defensively, and certainly we'll have to be at our best to break them down. Players going out will always give 100%, and I think if we apply ourselves right on the day, we have the ability to get a result.
Well, I think the most important thing for us is to come in and feel that we've played with commitment and that we've given everything that we can. If on the day we don't get the rub of the green, then so be it, but you must go away feeling that you've given all you can, and that's the single biggest message I've got to get across.